Welcome back, guys, to my daily portfolio update. This is Fernandoherrera, and this is my Fidelity account series where I deposit $1,000 every month, and I pretty much share my buys and sells in a daily basis, or now 3 times a week basis. And so just so that you could learn or follow through. And so today I'm going to go over my portfolio. I'm also going to be talking a little bit about Ford and their F-150 EV and Ford Transit EV, and some news that you should probably know for the day. The indices are down, and they were down much more significant, but they're coming back up. Also, please help me hit that like button and subscribe so that YouTube can recommend my videos. Today I do have Planet 13 as my top gainer and CRM Salesforce as my biggest loser. CRM, if you guys have been aware, or Salesforce is buying Slack, and investors did not like the price tag that Salesforce is willing to pay. Today, as you guys may already noticed as well, I did deposit the $1,000 I was supposed to deposit, and that comes to $5,329 as our balance. Today I did buy over $500 worth of stock simply because I want to allocate all that money. And so today I'm going to briefly go over all the stocks that I did buy, just briefly so you guys could follow along. I did buy some more of Tesla, Boeing. I bought some more of the Planet stock. I bought AMD, Marvel Technology, which is a 5G, Nike, Take-Two Interactive, which is more like gaming consoles and all that stuff. Then I bought more of Apple, Microsoft, Broom I sold, so I actually exited my position in Broom. And then I bought some of more of Simon Property, not that much, but just $25. And then bought some more of Shift Technologies and Lock. MasterCard, I bought more because right now it's actually down. It's a good price to buy MasterCard right now. I do believe that buying Bristol Myers is good. Spotify bought a little bit because I do think they're going to keep going up. CVS and Walmart. So there you go. There you guys have it. Again, follow along or just learn. But as you guys can see, my strategy is deeming successful since I've only deposited $5,000 in this account, and we've already made $329 in a matter of 5 months. So pretty much, guys, I mean, the overall portfolio best performing stock, it's HON, Honeywell. I did not buy more of that stock, but that one is performing the best as of right now. And then CRM Salesforce is our biggest loser since we exited Broom. Another company I'm definitely thinking about positioning or initiating a position is Neo. I do have that stock in other portfolios, but I'll be thinking about adding it in this one. Now, today I do want to talk more about Ford and my analysis on Ford since I have Ford stock. And I pretty much want to tell you guys, I mean, a little bit more about how Rivian is playing a part of this EV truck. Amazon has 700 million invested, Ford around 500 million. And then we have Cox Automotive last year investing around 300 million, which, you know, is the owner of Kelley Blue Book, Auto Trader. And so it's kind of interesting to see how that's going to go. And I'm pretty confident that Ford's going to get a good return on their investment. Not to mention, they're starting to flex some muscle here. So the F-150 is the most popular truck in America. And so they're making it an EV version expected to come into 2022. So with this being said, you know, Ford is definitely going to be tapping some potential right there, especially for those who are looking for all electric trucks and that torque. Not to mention that Ford right now is starting to focus much more into their, you know, design and into research and development for range. I mean, I still think that Tesla has a competitive advantage here, and they started way before anybody. So in terms of range and perhaps power, Tesla might still have the lead for quite some time, but you can't hide the fact that Ford has the mass market. So right now, there are many more Ford trucks that are sold than Tesla vehicles. And so with Ford kind of getting into this pattern, I think it's a good move. Another untapped type of revenue stream that Ford's looking for is more the commercial revenue stream. And a lot of people don't talk about this, but Ford Transit EV would be something that is just a crazy vehicle. Let's put it that way. I mean, when Ford releases the Ford Transit EV, all these companies like Amazon, like UPS, like FedEx, they are probably going to buy this EV van, cargo van, if it becomes much better, if it's, you know, just a better tool overall, if you could use power tools on site. I mean, construction companies are going to want it, AC companies are going to want it, like, you know, plumbing companies are going to want it. So this is something that could truly transform Ford, and, you know, really keep them in the game and kind of take them as the future leader in commercial vehicles. Ford EV Transit is expected to start selling by 2022 as well. So, you know, I still don't have a lot of details on what's going to be the range or what's going to be the price range, but I do think this is going to be a very interesting project to kind of keep in mind, especially because, you know, companies are just going to jump on this thing. I'm confident on that. With that being said, guys, we do have Ford, and Ford again is I think a good time to buy, especially being at $9. I know there's some analysts out there that are pretty much betting against Ford and probably not thinking that Ford could keep up to GM, especially GM being a little bit more ahead on the EV revolution, or I guess competition between Ford and GM. Tesla's obviously beating everybody, but, you know, comparing GM and Ford, Ford does seem to be a little bit more behind. But I think we're going to play the other play of the trade here, so I'm going to be on the Ford side, and I'm actually going to be expecting for Ford to perform better than GM towards in the future and long term. So if you guys did enjoy this video, I do again recommend to give me a thumbs up and like and subscribe. Thank you so much for staying till the end, guys. I really appreciate it. Some other news that you might want to know is that pretty much there's a whole bunch of vaccine news, you know, with Pfizer finally kind of being delivered and Moderna asking for an emergency approval. And so, you know, it's kind of like the typical news that we see every day. But overall, guys, a good day to buy and probably start some positionings. And I'll see you guys again on Friday. Peace.